Welcome back to Mohegan Sun Arena. Michael Parenti, Sucre Ray Oliveira. We're ready for our co-main event, 10 rounds for the NABF Flyweight Championship. Let's send it up to Margaret Cressa to introduce both fighters.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are headed into our next bout of the evening. Making his way into the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, Josue Morales.
And coming in from Houston, Texas, Jose Morales, 28-13-4, the record, 10 of those wins by knockout, but he has been on quite a run, Ray. Since 2021, he's won 17 of his last 18. At one point, had an upside-down 11-12-4 record after facing a string of unbeaten prospects. So he took his act overseas, Colombia, Argentina, Tijuana, built back that record, but more importantly, gained some experience in the process, and now he comes in 28 pro wins under his belt, only 31 years old, very tough southpaw. And Ray, I think even though sometimes people look down on traveling overseas and more or less taking on lesser competition to get W's, it paves the way for opportunities like this. That's how the sport works now. It's a business in many ways, and sometimes these are the things you have to do. So now, Morales has put himself in a position where he can fight for a vacant NABF title if he wins that. Now you're talking about sky's the limit. So the opportunity's there, and it's been done by way of this impressive streak that he's been on.
Hiding out of the red corner, welcome Angel, set it up, Gonzalez!
Well, Morales will have his hands full tonight against the unbeaten Angel Gonzalez. Born in Hartford, Connecticut, fights and trains out of Longwood, Florida, always makes his home here in the Northeast. 31 years of age. He has had a long road. He's fought 13 times as a pro. He's kind of been well-traveled, fought everywhere under the sun. He's fought in Florida, he's fought in Connecticut, Massachusetts, and now coming back to Mohegan Sun, where he most recently fought in February, and now having an opportunity to fight for an NABF title. And I think for Gonzalez, at 31 years of age, it's kind of time to get going and sort of see where you rank among the best. He's ranked number 8 on BoxRec among flyweights, but an opportunity here tonight to capture a title and perhaps that can catapult him right to the next step.
It's time to show up or shut up.
That's it. Yeah, he's been going at this for a long time. Again, he was a bit of a late bloomer, so when you think about 13-0, you think about guys who are in their early to mid-20s, but he's 31 years old. I think this is the opportunity, and this is the year, 2024, where we can finally start to make some noise. You want to see where you are and where you stack up. And this is the opportunity to do so. And this is only the 5th fight he's had in Connecticut. We mentioned that he's been well-traveled. He's kind of been the kind of fighter who's taken opportunities to fight wherever fights are available, and by doing so has put himself in this position. So both fighters going for the championship gold, the vacant NABF title. It's on the line, and we're about ready for the action. We're going to send it up to our ring announcer, Margaret Cressa, for the official introductions.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds and is for the vacant NABF Flyweight Championship. Representing the NABF is Michael George. Our referee in charge of the action is Ricky Gonzalez, and our judges scoring the bout ringside are Tom Carasone, Tom Schreck, and Anthony Paolillo. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black and gold trunks, weighing 111 pounds, with a professional record of 28 wins, 13 losses, with 10 wins coming from way of knockouts from Houston, Texas. Welcome, Josue Morales. Fighting across the ring out of the red corner, wearing the blue and silver trunks, weighing 111.5 pounds, with an undefeated record of 13 wins, 0 losses, with 7 wins coming from way of knockouts from nearby Hartford, Connecticut. Angel, set it off, Gonzalez!
Gentlemen, you received instructions in the dressing room. I expect a good, clean fight. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch them up.
Just about ready to get underway. 10 rounds in the flyweight division for the vacant NABF title. Got Morales in the gold and black. Gonzalez in the turquoise and silver trunks. And we mentioned Morales has been super busy between 2021, 2024. Most recently fought May 17th, so just about a month ago. Had a knockout win over Jose Antonio Jimenez in Colombia, where he's done a lot of fighting of late. Colombia, Argentina, Tijuana. Really built back that record after that long stretch he had against some unbeaten names like Jesse Rodriguez, Nico Hernandez, and among others, and where he suffered some defeats and some setbacks, but during that impressive stretch had a 16-fight win streak at one point. So he's been grown accustomed to winning, Ray, and doesn't have his hands full tonight.
It's nothing like having accustomed to winning.
Better than being the other way, right?
Yeah,
so.
and he's winning going on the road, and today he's on the road, so he's here today, as we always say, to win. He wants to bring that belt back to Mexico, where it all started.
Gonzalez, of course, the hometown fighter, born and raised in Hartford. Well-traveled, having fought maybe 40% of his fights, maybe more than that in Florida. And again, just wherever he can get an opportunity, Gonzalez has been taking it. The late bloomer in this sport, so he's trying to make a quick, rapid rise, and he's been able to do that. 31 years of age, 13-0. But again, a big year for him in 2024, and an opportunity to see where he stacks up among the best, and if he can bring home an NABF title, which would be his first championship. Now you're on the radar. And that's what it's all about. You want to be on the radar with the sanctioned bodies, and the NABF title gives you the opportunity in the WBC to be in the conversation.
It's nothing like two Latin fighters bringing home that green belt,
that's
too.
Right.
You know, you can see Gonzalez, not Gonzalez, Morales walked in the ring with the WBC world title.
Yeah.
You know, so bringing this home, the NABF title, would be something great for himself. Both fighters are feeling themselves out this first round. I love what Morales is doing, though. He's looping that overhand left. And he's catching it every time. With that check right hook.
And that feeling out process would be expected over a 10-round fight. Certainly have an opportunity to pace yourself and see what the opponent brings.
That check left hook, right hook is beautiful. Angel got to keep popping them punches down the middle. Keeping them backing up and just keep popping them punches down the middle. Combinations, not one punch at a time. Combinations. You can't let Morales come forward.
Final 20 seconds here of round one. This one scheduled for 10. And again, it's for the vacant NABF flyweight title.
That looping left hook is catching all the time. The first round there, I gave that to Morales. You know, he connected with the bigger punches. I think he's figuring it out. I think he got the thing figured out where Gonzalez, you know, you got to put his punches together. You got to come forward. Don't take that step back, allows Morales to come forward. He has to come forward, but he has to come forward and punches down the pipe.
No question, Ray, that Morales definitely set the pace on round number one, and the question becomes over the course of rounds 2 through 10 if he can keep that pace going, and what Gonzalez will do on his corner to try to extend the tide a bit. But it did seem like, Ray, early on and really throughout that round, that Gonzalez was almost walking into that left hook.
He felt the power of Morales, you know. That's one thing, you know, we say these flyweights ain't got power. They got power. Look at the calves on him.
Sure.
That's where the power comes from.
He's been so active, as we mentioned, 18 fights since 2021. That's a 6-fight per year pace. And probably more than that when you really think about the math. And my math is a little bit off, but
it's better than mine.
It's a great way of saying he's been super busy and active. And I think, you know, there's something to be said for that. You wonder if fatigue ever sets in with a fighter, and they know when to pull it back. But clearly Morales hasn't reached that point yet.
At that weight class, flyweight, they want to fight constantly.
Sure.
You know, they could continue fighting constantly, and it's less sparring, really, honestly, for them. People think, nah, that's more sparring. No, it's less sparring because they got a fight coming up, so that's their sparring matches.
And I think the traveling, both for Gonzalez and Morales, is kind of almost by necessity, too. There aren't that many flyweights in the United States.
No, not at all.
You kind of have to go overseas to get those opportunities, and sometimes south of the border, you got to fight in Mexico or Argentina, Colombia, where there are traditionally smaller fighters, and that's where the competition is. And otherwise, you sit on the shelf a long time.
Yep, exactly.
And if you're not willing to even step up and just face who's in front of you, you'll sit even longer. And neither fighter's been able to do that. But it is worth bearing. You know, you talk about Morales versus Gonzalez. Morales has 45 pro fights at 31. Gonzalez only has 13. Now, Gonzalez started later, but certainly Morales has been more active. So it's about finding those opportunities and taking them, and it can certainly set you on a different career path. Halfway through round 2.
Wonder if that left-hand stance is kind of awkward for Gonzalez, you know. Morales is coming forward. Is it something he's used to fight? How many lefties has he fought in his career? See, when he lets those hands go, Gonzalez, he's looking real beautiful.
Looks good going to the body.
But you got to come forward. Don't take that step back.
And if you're Morales, you're going to stay in southpaw all night until Gonzalez figures it out. And I agree with you, Ray. He probably has not had many southpaw opponents. Hard enough finding anybody to fight at 112, never mind southpaws. And certainly he hasn't been too selective over the course of his career. So whoever's in front of him, it's who he's faced.
Gonzalez is looking real good this second round here.
Yeah, much better round. Looks more comfortable, letting his hands go.
Again, looking at the clock, upset. All these fighters looking out there. I got 10 seconds left. Let me let that hands go.
You know, if you're going to do that, you better hope that clock's accurate.
Yeah. If it was me, as soon as you look at that clock, I'm hitting you.
Jose Morales in the black and gold taking on Angel Gonzalez in the turquoise trunks. Michael Parenti and Sucre Ray Oliveira bringing you all the action here from Mohegan Sun Casino on Championship Jackpot. Super Father's Day Spectacular. And we've got plenty more to come. 8 more rounds in this one, plus our main event. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us on Swerve Combat TV. Welcome back to Mohegan Sun Arena. Michael Parenti, Sucre Ray Oliveira bringing you our co-main event of the evening. 10 rounds in the flyweight division for the vacant NABF title. We are underway for round 3. Jose Morales in the black and gold taking on Angel Gonzalez in the turquoise trunks. 2 rounds in the books, Ray. How do you see it?
I got it 1-1 even. I gave that second round there to Gonzalez, first round to Morales. You know, this is the point where both fighters are seeing what each other could do. Does this work? That worked, did not work. Still failing our process, but you know, they're gonna stop picking it up, I believe, this round here.
Morales, the crafty southpaw, 31 years of age from Houston, Texas. Gonzalez, the well-traveled right-hander, also 31 years of age. He's 13-0 coming into this fight.
Love to see Morales as he's going forward. Use that check right hook.
It was such a weapon in round 1, and you wonder if some of those flurries by Gonzalez, as you see there, perhaps temper some of that aggressiveness. Yeah, he's setting it off, as the nickname would suggest. Morales tried a nice left hook to the body.
Morales is going to come forward. You know, I like to see Morales use a step jab, strong step jab. Whenever a fighter, you hit him and he shakes his head, hit him again.
Hit him again.
Hit him again. He wants to shake his head. Here you go. Take another with that.
The one thing you love about flyweights and these fighters in these smaller weight classes is the hand speed. It's just so recognizable, and it's so distinct from some of the other weight classes. But
Yes.
these 4 or 5 punch combos, just they come firing off the hip.
In my day, I used to be that fast. Used to. One thing I do fast now is run to the toilet.
Well, you never lose the ability. 1 minute to go in round 3.
Beautiful body work right there, that body work. Gonzalez definitely letting his hands go. He's
Yes.
picking, he found his pace. He found his rhythm.
I agree with you, Ray. The volume has definitely increased for Gonzalez in rounds 2 and 3, and that's significant. In a fight that's been very dictated by more of a snail's pace than some others, those flurries are going to make a difference on the scorecards and certainly in the minds of the judges. Nice right
Beautiful
hand there.
straight right hand.
Gonzalez found a home with that one, and Morales trying to come back now, and there's that check right hook again. Trying to reestablish that from what he had in round 1. Nice work upstairs to the body.
He's
followed
throwing
by
that right hand
Yeah.
beautifully, but he's keeping his head there. He's going to get caught with that check right hook.
Did land that nice left to the body. So Gonzalez, more volume on the punches, trying to change levels. Definitely doing that better in rounds 2 and 3 than we saw in round 1. There's the bell. 3 rounds in the books. This one, of course, scheduled for 10. And it looks like, Ray, as you mentioned halfway through round 3, that Gonzalez is finding a little bit of a rhythm here.
He found his rhythm. I tell people, find your rhythm, find your music, and once you get that rhythm, keep going. You can see it right here. You know, Gonzalez is backing up with combinations, 3-4 combinations, but he's keeping his head still in the middle where he gets caught with that check left right hook. And with Morales, he showed he has the power there. He has 10 knockouts out of 28 wins. I wouldn't want to stand there and get hit with no matter if they weigh 126 pounds or 226 pounds.
And you point out, too, as well, Ray, in that 3rd round, that straight right hand by Gonzalez been a good distance finder, but also a strong weapon, point-scoring weapon for Gonzalez in that round. And a couple of nice ones there. We saw one on the replay. And if you're Morales, I would assume, Ray, the plan is to get back to that right hook, that lead right hook that was so effective in round 1 as the southpaw fighter.
I think that straight right hand from Gonzalez is taking away that check right hook. He's just one of the fights got to keep up to what they were doing right.
Yeah, that's part of the chess match that is boxing, is being able to find something that works and also find something that neutralizes one of your opponent's strengths. Gonzalez has been able to do that in rounds 2 and 3. Morales trying to get back to what worked in the early rounds.
See, Morales is being the aggressor, but Gonzalez, he's picking his punches, and he's picking with combinations and stepping back. Picking his combination, right there, he picked it back. He's jumping in with his combinations and jumping right back.
I like what Gonzalez is doing over these last couple of rounds, and again here in round 4. He's starting to be more aggressive. There goes that hand speed again, the volume of punches.
And Morales is relying on that check hook.
As much as you and I call for it, sometimes you can go to that well one too many times if you're a fighter.
He's connecting with the check right hook, but he's only throwing one punch to Gonzalez. He's putting combinations together and landing. Gonzalez found his pace and he's picking it.
It's worth mentioning, by the way, that referee Ricky Gonzalez has officiated every fight on the pro card tonight, so I hope he's cashing a nice check tomorrow night.
Yeah, I hope he does. Doesn't stay in the casino, though.
That's right. 1:14 to go here in round 4. Again, we're scheduled for 10. Angel Gonzalez in the turquoise and Josue Morales in the black and gold. These two going to war for the vacant NABF flyweight title.
See, Morales is throwing one punch at a time. Is it landing? Yes. But Gonzalez is picking up these 3-4 combinations and stepping out. 3-4 combinations and stepping back out.
You know, it just comes down to style, and I think preference. It goes back to the Mike Kimball, Ian Garcia fight earlier tonight.
Yeah.
Garcia was landing very good one-off punches. However, Kimball was the more effective volume puncher.
Effective and volume puncher, exactly.
And I think that made the difference in the fight, no question about it. And right now, it's making a difference for Gonzalez as well. Continues to throw 3-4 at a time and increase the likelihood of a few getting through. Final 10 seconds. Morales been trying to work the body a bit. Nice right hook by Gonzalez. And there's the bell. Nice way to punctuate that round for Gonzalez, who you feel, Ray, that he's starting to get the momentum really on his side now at this point.
Just when Morales thinks he has it, you see here, you know, he's waiting, but he pumps in and he jumps right back out.
Yeah.
See? Gonzalez pumps in with his 4 or 5 punch combinations and jumps back out. With Morales just landing one punch at a time. He may feel he has it, he's catching it, but he's catching with the big bangs. Hopefully it gives him wear and tear as the rounds go on, that his one punch is wear and tearing as Gonzalez is throwing them in combinations. Is my combinations wear you down more than your one punch, or is my one punch wear you down more than your combinations?
If you're really going to do one punch at a time, it may be a very effective punch if it's going to leave any sort of impression on the judges.
It better be a Mike Tyson punch.
Absolutely. As we get into round number 5 here, Michael Parenti and Sucro Ray Oliveira bringing you all the action tonight. Championship Jackpot live from Mohegan Sun Casino on Swerve Combat TV. And again, Gonzalez in the turquoise and Morales in the black and gold. Morales trying to swing that momentum back in his direction a bit. Gonzalez has found a pace and a rhythm and been able to land with volume without being overly aggressive, Ray. He picks his spots and he gets back out and then he kind of resets.
Morales could do it. He has the style and the power. He just got to put the hands together. Stop throwing one punch at a time. But Gonzalez ain't staying still enough for him to do it.
Yeah, and you know, Gonzalez just landed a good 3-punch combo. Then he got out of the way of that right hook. Morales went back to it, and it wasn't there. So Gonzalez has, I think, picked up the timing and also knows what Morales is going to do or going to try to do at this point. He's been able to steer clear of it. And that's been effective, too, for Gonzalez as well. The defense part of it playing a big factor.
Morales is chasing him. He's trying to cut that ring off. It's a mouse versus a cat. Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, it really is, Ray. And it's a good pace for Gonzalez. It's a pace he can keep up over 10 rounds without, you know, running out of steam in the end. Another nice double right hand. And until Morales does something to the contrary, Gonzalez doesn't really have to switch anything up at the moment. This plan is working, and he's been able to land and at least let his hands go 4 or 5 punches, get out, circle, reset, do it again. And really what it would take for, I think, Morales, and you know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is just land a good one when he's on the way in. If stop him in his tracks, it can change a lot of things.
You know he's jumping in and out. As soon as he jumps in, that's when he's letting his hands go. So that's why I was doing my big check. Forget the right hook. Throw a big right hand right down the middle.
Morales really has to just find that timing, being able to predict when Gonzalez, like you said, is going to jump in.
As soon as he jumps out, that's when he's throwing his check right hook. And he's already out of there. So as soon as he jumps in, throw the straight left.
I do agree with you, Ray. At this point, Morales, there it is, has to start giving him a different look. Trying to wing a short little uppercut, too, on the way out. 30 seconds to go in round 5. We've almost reached the halfway point.
Gonzalez knows the check right hook's going to come. Give him something different. It's working all day for Gonzalez. In and out, in and out. He only got 3 more rounds to go.
Nice double right hook there by Gonzalez. Went downstairs, went back upstairs to the head. And there it is. 5 rounds in the books. We're halfway through our co-main event. Don't go anywhere. We're back with more on Swerve Combat TV. Welcome back to Mohegan Sun Arena. Michael Parenti joined by Sucre Ray Oliveira. We are bringing you our main event live on Championship Jackpot, presented by CES Boxing. You have Angel Gonzalez, hometown favorite in the turquoise trunks, and Josue Morales in the black and gold from Houston, Texas, both vying for the vacant title. And Ray, so far, Angel Gonzalez putting together a nice string of rounds here.
He did. The only round I had him losing there was probably the first round. After that, you know, he found his pace, found his rhythm. Where Morales is still trying to land that check right hook. Gonzalez is jumping in, combinations, jumping back out. Jumping in, jumping back out.
And the way we see it, Ray, you and I, it's a matter of timing for Morales and also the aggressiveness, being willing to take that risk, but also being able to read when Gonzalez is going to jump in and when he can let perhaps that left hand go instead of that right hook. Maybe come down the pipe with that straight left. He landed one pretty good straight left at the end of round 5, but never really went back to it.
No, and so far he's letting those hands go this round here. Is Gonzalez taking a break, or Morales, finally found back to his rhythm again?
Yeah, could be both. I'm sure Morales' corner probably giving him an idea of where he's at after 5 rounds. Halfway point is a good checkpoint to sort of reassess things and figure out what you got to do to get back in the fight, and it's going to start now for Morales.
Morales so far is on a retreat on this one here. And Gonzalez is walking him down.
Good 3-punch combo there by Gonzalez.
Definitely was.
And he gets himself right back out of there again. 1 minute to go in round 6. Again, this one's scheduled for 10, and we have our 10-round main event also on deck. Cordell Booker and Brian Damian Chavez. And now Gonzalez trying to back Morales into the corner. Morales does a nice job spinning his way out. You think about it, too, this fight's really been in the center of the ring for the majority of the first 5 rounds.
That's why I love watching the featherweights fight. They fight in the middle of the ring, and it's not what everyone thinks. They're not running. They're boxing. They're boxing. They're letting their hands go. Beautiful straight left from Morales that landed. Gonzalez started off with a combination. Morales stopped him in his tracks with a straight left.
Yeah, good exchange here for both fighters at the end of round 6. And there's the bell. I think a better round from Morales. I'm not sure he did enough to win that round, but you're seeing some signs of Morales trying to pick up the pace and get himself back in the fight.
It was definitely a better round from him. I still gave that to Gonzalez, though. He was the fighter coming in and out, throwing punches. He did that round. He looked a more aggressive guy that round there, but much better round for Morales. But I still got him losing that round there. Can he pick it up? He has 2 more rounds left, I believe.
4 more rounds.
4?
And this one is scheduled for 10
for
the NABF title. So there is time, but time certainly still not on Morales' side.
Yeah. You don't want to rely on time.
No.
Father time always gets you.
Father time always wins. Time always runs out. It's almost always inevitable.
Yes, I always tell my fighters, you want to stay on top. Never want to be down rounds. You
No.
want to stay on top. That way, it's better staying on top than working your way up.
You just don't want to be chasing and in a position of desperation on the road, no less. It's a tough spot to be in. And,
Bingo.
you know, part of that is Morales in rounds 2 through 4, maybe 2 through 5, really wasn't mounting much offense, and I think that's a factor. And you know, you may think about it as a opportunity to establish a pace, but while you're establishing that pace, you're giving away rounds.
Yep. Bingo.
And if you're not winning them, now all of a sudden you find yourself in round 7 here, and you may be behind fairly significantly on the scorecard. So if you're Morales, it's possibly time to put the foot on the pedal and see what you got in the tank. Meanwhile, Gonzalez still letting those hands go. 3-4 punch combos. Another one.
Starts at the head, ends at the body.
Yeah.
Then if he starts at the body, he ends at the head.
You see Morales is trying more of that overhand left, Ray, as you mentioned several rounds ago. Nice left hook there. Probably one of the better punches Morales has landed in a few rounds. Didn't really do much damage, but it's a scoring shot, if you will.
Yes. Love the head and shoulder feints from Gonzalez. He feints and he goes right back and puts them combinations on it.
Goes right back down to the body, starts low, comes back up high. Also has the ability to reverse it, keep Morales guessing. Those combos are still there again for Gonzalez.
So that's when Morales got to punch, is when Gonzalez is punching. Only way you're going to catch him.
And you're right, and the one thing he's been doing in the process is just covering up, and it's not allowing him to mount any offense whatsoever.
He's waiting for Gonzalez to stop then. What he got to do is punch while he's punching.
1 minute to go here in round 7. Once again, Michael Parenti, Sucre, Ray Oliveira, ringside of Mohegan Sun Arena.
As soon as Gonzalez starts punching, he gets out of there. He changes his angles. Changes angles. There he goes again.
Now Gonzalez, if in fact he did take a round off, as you may have suggested, he's definitely picked it back up here in round 7.
Yeah.
Reestablishing that pace, the volume.
Morales, that one punch at a time.
Yeah.
Inside again, 3 punch combinations, step off. Good head movement.
He's been very elusive tonight, Gonzalez has, and it's really played into his favor as we get the final bell for round 7. Maybe one of Gonzalez's better rounds between the movement and the volume of punches. He's looked as sharp in round 7 as he did in rounds 2 and 3. I think he's fighting a great fight. Take a look at some of the replays here, Ray.
See, 3-4 punch combination and changes his angles. Because Morales has to punch while he's punching. Because if you wait, he's out of there.
Yeah.
Throws his punches, he's out. Gonzalez throws his combinations, he steps out. You may catch him with that one punch as he's stepping out, but that's all you're doing, throwing one punch. They got to come back with something to keep him backing up.
Whatever strategy Morales has employed, it's not working through 7 rounds. It may be time to try to be more aggressive, take more risks, and obviously with that comes the potential risk on the other side with Gonzalez, who's been able to land and be able to weather whatever storm Morales is throwing at him. But
plan A ain't working. Time to go to plan B.
That's it. It's the 8th round of a scheduled 10. Only 3 more rounds to go.
They call
for
the
Morales.
championship rounds, right?
Yeah, this is it. You have a title on the line, and you're facing a guy who's really been picking up the pace over the last 5, maybe 6 rounds. And if I'm Morales, I got to try to do something big and start it now.
And Gonzalez has not slowed down. He's still going with those combinations and stepping off.
You're right. The conditioning's been great. The cardio looks good. It doesn't appear to be slowing down at any point. And you can tell, you've been around this sport long enough, Ray. You know when a guy's fatigued and when he's tired and when he's dragging.
We're all fatigued. Well, I ain't going to show it, though.
Gonzalez really not showing it with another strong flurry there against Morales. trying to bring home that WBC green belt and see what the future holds beyond that, but still has to close this one out.
Gonzalez still waiting. 4 punches without a punch.
Nice left hand there by
Straight
Morales.
left.
Yep, caught him that time. And that's where it is, right? That's what you want to see as Gonzalez is coming in. He connected beautifully.
But he's got to punch while Gonzalez is punching, because that's when he's there. Punch while he's punching. There he goes.
Both guys exchanging short uppercuts on the inside. 90 seconds to go in round 8.
Beautiful left uppercut. That's where you got to punch right now. No, he's playing. He's playing. Got to stop playing. Let them hands go. Gonzalez is taking back the round. This one, Morales, he was going to win that round. Gonzalez picked it back up.
Well, certainly Morales' best round since maybe the first or second round, earlier on in the fight. But like you said, Ray, Gonzalez picking up that pace again over the final 90 seconds. Trying to make something happen is Morales, but I'm sure it's been frustrating. Gonzalez, the head movement's been there, and now there's another one.
He's got to punch while he's punching.
2 good left hands there by Morales, and now he's trying to let his hands go here. Final 30 seconds of round 8.
As soon as he step back with that straight left.
Here comes Gonzalez again. Right back and forth 8th round. Really one of the more even rounds we've seen of late. And here comes Gonzalez trying to close out these final 10 seconds. Working the body, short little right hooks. Uppercut. Eight rounds in the books. We've got 2 more to go. The championship rounds are officially underway. Stay with us on Swerve Combat TV. Super Ray Oliveira once again joining you ringside at Mohegan Sun Arena. We thank you for tuning in throughout the night here on Swerve Combat TV for Championship Jackpot. And once again, you're watching the NABF Flyweight Championship between Angel Gonzalez in the turquoise trunks and Josue Morales in the black and gold. And so far, Gonzalez has had the advantage.
That last round I gave to Morales. You know, Gonzalez did, keep the pace, but Morales finally put some punches together, and his plan worked.
It was definitely Morales' best round, probably since the first, and it shows what he's capable of doing, Ray, when he executes that game plan. It kind of makes you wonder why he didn't do it earlier in the fight. Maybe too little, too late here, but we don't know what the scorecards say, so we're only assuming based on what we're seeing here, but Morales still has a lot left in the tank, and he's got 2 more rounds to try to make something happen and bring that title back to Houston.
As soon as he jumps in, that's when he got to let his hands go to Morales.
Nice exchange by both fighters, and Morales, as you mentioned, Ray, has found a bit of a weapon with that straight left hand. The best punches he's landed in this fight, at least in the second half, have been from that straight left hand.
He lets it go. That's what you got to do. You got to punch when Gonzalez is punching.
And as you know, some fighters struggle with southpaws. Gonzalez not struggling with the southpaw Morales tonight.
You struggle with a southpaw when they let their hands go. If they not let their hands go, he's just a guy on the opposite side of the field.
That's it. Nice work to the body by Gonzalez. That right hook. You see Morales trying 3-4 punch combos, certainly given the effort here in these last 2 rounds. And perhaps knowing where he is in the scorecard, or at least his corner, letting him know where he might potentially be.
I love Morales, though. He's very, how can I say, sneaky?
Yeah.
There's things he does in there that I know European fighters do.
Yeah.
He's inside, he grabs that elbow, he hits him with the shoulder.
That's what 40-plus fights get you. You know, you know those tactics and
See right there?
the way to stall a bit. Yeah.
Little slink stuff that helps you out in there. That straight left is landing from him, as long as he lets those hands go. It's a beautiful check right hook, but Gonzalez just kept going with 3 more punches.
And that's the thing, Ray. For every 1 punch Morales lands, it's 3 or 4 on the other end for Gonzalez, or at least 3 or 4 are thrown. These have been better rounds for Morales, but not necessarily enough on the cards, and certainly it's come later in the fight than you would expect as you get the bell for round number 9. So again, the pace picking up a bit here toward the end of this fight, and I think part of that is perhaps the desperation in Morales' corner. But for Gonzalez, he's maintained the same pace.
He maintained the same pace. He certain rounds he took a break, the rest, but he maintained the same pace.
Last and final round.
This is it, 10th and final round coming up in our co-main event for the vacant NABF Flyweight Championship.
Weirdly, I gave that last round to Morales also. Gonzalez looked beautiful that round, but Gonzalez was landing his straight. He started putting his hands together and landing the bigger, hotter shots. If he just comes this round, double it up now.
Yeah.
Double up that left hand. Come forward.
I think of my very loosely interpreted scorecard, I would say Gonzalez really, I thought, did his best work rounds 2 through 7.
Yes.
When he started to find a home, got the timing down and the patterns, and he was able to recognize that check right hook when it was coming, and he avoided it. And Morales, like you said, Ray, I think has found a better pacing over the last 2 rounds, but again, is it enough, and could it be enough?
Yes. Did he find his plan?
Yeah.
Enough time.
10th and final round. Still an entire 2.5 minutes for either fighter to do something big here to close this one out, but as it stands, Gonzalez working the same technique, same pace, sticking to what has worked for most of this fight.
Gonzalez still doesn't want to take a round off. You never know what the scorecards say.
As you know, we've had some surprising scorecards after fights. Mostly the right fighters winning, but sometimes a bit of an eyebrow-raising scorecard here or there, to put it politely. Gonzalez working his way, burrowing on the inside against Morales.
And that's really where Morales don't want Gonzalez to go. Beautiful straight left again. If he doubled it up, like I said earlier. Gonzalez is charging in with his head right there. Just double up that left.
In a sense, Gonzalez is giving him an opportunity to try to turn this thing around, but Morales has not been able to take advantage of it. And Gonzalez also wisely knowing when to tie up on the inside and just drain a few more seconds here and there.
Double right hand from Gonzalez.
Good steady pace here in this 10th round. Both fighters look like they got a lot left.
Morales is trying to get his space, and Gonzalez ain't giving him the space.
That's the best way to neutralize that weapon that Morales has found, right? Just make him run out of real estate. 40 seconds to go in the fight.
As soon as the referee breaks him back up, he charges right back in and lay back on him.
Yep, there it is.
Got 30 seconds to do something here. I got Gonzalez winning this. Beautiful work by Gonzalez.
Gonzalez ending this fight the way he began, with
Smothering.
intense flurries, smothering his opponent, right? You put it best. That's a great way to describe it. Brilliant effort, great effort by both fighters tonight, and this one is in the book. So Angel Gonzalez hopping onto the ropes into the corner to salute his crowd. He feels like he's got this one in the bag, and I think he has this one won as well. We will see what the scorecards say, but a great effort by both fighters.
Definitely entertaining fight, you know. They gave the crowd what they wanted. You can see here, this replay, Gonzalez he kept it close. He smothered him in his last round and kept the punches going. Morales wanted to get that space, but Gonzalez was not letting him.
Gonzalez, really from start to finish, Ray, just had an excellent pacing. Did not at any point look like cardio was an issue or endurance.
No.
Looked strong throughout from start to finish, and that's a big factor. He was able to keep the same game plan that was working and be able to execute it in those championship rounds is so key, especially when you know that the desperation is starting to set in for your opponent. The last thing you want to do is run out of gas at that point.
Yes.
If he starts picking up the pace. And for Morales, I thought he did a nicer job at the end, and the final 3 rounds definitely let his hands go more often. You just wonder, will it be enough? We'll find out in a bit, but...
Yeah, did Morales land the harder punches? Yeah. But did Gonzalez land the more accurate punches? Yes. And I put more accurate than that one big bangs.
And truthfully, if those big bangs really aren't hurting the fighter, then it's really hard to or allow them to outweigh the volume of punches. And I think that's kind of where we are with this fight. That's I think you and I both feel the same way about it. We'll see how the judges have it. But now you see the WBC supervisor, Mike George, a veteran of many of these shows here in the Northeast. And he's got the official championship belt. And our ring announcer, Margaret Cresta, has the official scores, and she's about to make her way into the ring. Let's send it back up to her and find out who will be coming home with the NABF championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 tough rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Tom Schreck scores the bout 98-92. And Judge Tom Carasone and Judge Anthony Paolillo score the bout 97-93. All in favor for your winner by unanimous decision and the new NABF flyweight champion and still undefeated, Angel Set It Off Gonzalez!
Well-deserved victory for Angel Gonzalez, 98-92 and 97-93 on the other 2 scorecards. I thought those were very good scorecards.
Yes, definitely. You know, his game plan worked. He kept to it. Jumping in a 3-4 punch combination, jump back out. That's what did it for him, I believe.
It seems very much in line with how you and I scored. So with that said, Angel Gonzalez improves to 14-0. He is your new NABF flyweight champion. Congratulations to Angel Set It Off Gonzalez, and perhaps now it is time for him to set it off in 2024. And with that, we're going to take one more break and come back with our main event. Don't go anywhere on Swerve Combat TV.